Hi, welcome. Now I am going to show you how to use the frequency function. Okay, so what we have here is the days from 1 to 30 days, totally 30 days, and their corresponding defects on each day. Okay, so something like here is day 1. We have a total number of defects is 77. Okay, day 2 it is 18, and so on. Okay, now what we have is we have the class intervals like this: 1 to 20, 21 to 40. So each total number of defects, we want to know how many days having defects 1 to 20. Similarly, how many days having defects 21 to 40, and so on. Okay, so up to 81 to 100. So total defects. Okay, the number of occurrences is nothing but the number of days whose total defects lies in between 1 to 20. Similarly, the total defects, the number of days whose total defects lies between 21 to 40, and so on. Why do you want to do this one? Because this is total defects on at the time of production, and if the total number of defects is up to 20, we no need to make it a very big issue, because it's usually it is green, and if it is 21 to 40, it is yellow, and it is somewhat acceptable. But when it is comes to 41 to 60, it is not acceptable, and it raises the red flag. And 61 to 80, alert to higher manager, and 81 to 100 is supposed to be alerting to the director. Okay, so by doing this, you will know how many days are it is green, and how many days are yellow, how many days are red, and so on. Okay, so this is the way we are going to create the frequencies for the class intervals. Okay, but this number of occurrences can be done and identified by the function called frequency. Okay, so equal to frequency. Okay, the frequency function is actually calculates how often values occur, how often it is occurring within a range of values. Okay, within the range is total number of defects, and then returns a vertical array of numbers having one more element than the bins array. See, I will explain to you what is this frequency. Frequency function is an array function, and it has two inputs, and one is the data array, is a total number of defects in this case, and the binary bins array. Bins array is what is the interval you are talking about, but this is not a bins array, is not each bin. Okay, and a bin means it has to get lower and upper elements, but on this frequency getting a bin array, and this bin array is nothing but the upper bound. Okay, this is the upper bound I have written here. Okay, using the upper bound, how the frequency knows what is the interval? Very simple. What it does, in the first bin array's first element is it is obviously it is a it has to be the lesser than or equal to this element. Okay, for the second element, it knows it is just little bit the next element of the upper bound of the last element. and the upper bound of the current element. Okay, so in this case how it takes second element is 40, and if just one the last element's upper bound is 20, so greater than 20 but less than or equal to 40. So this way it gets the lower bound and upper bounds. Okay, in this case everything is the positive, and it's a integer values. Greater than 20 is obviously is 21 to 40. Okay, and now we are sending two sets of arrays. One is the total defects and the bin array. Okay, then obviously the output is going to be a array, set of array, because we are sending two inputs array, and obviously it is also going to return a array output. But there is a situation that array formulas can return a single cell also. Okay, but in this case frequency is going to return a array of values. So the first array is data array, which is nothing but this part. Second array is the bin array, which is I put the upper bounds. Okay, but what we need to do is, before we write this one, we need to select the output cells. We cannot sell it for do the frequency function for only one cell. Instead we must select the output cells. It's going to come up for all the 5 cells. Then in the first cell is active now, equal to, now write the frequency, then give the data array. This is the array range, then bin is this. Okay, bin array is, in our case it is the upper bounds. You can simply consider the upper bounds of the class intervals you defined just here. Okay, then you close the bracket. Once you close the bracket, you have returned the frequency function, but now you need to control shift enter for the frequency function, because this is not a normal function to formula to enter. Okay, it is the array formula. Then for array formula you must press control shift enter. Okay, control shift enter. You can find here the number of occurrences are here. Okay, first we will check whether they have okay, before that you can see here the frequency is the formula is starting with equal to sign, but it is also enclosed by a braces here. Why it is enclosed by a braces? Because it's the indication that you have written an array formula and telling the Excel that you are entering an array formula by pressing Ctrl and Shift, and Excel also replied with the braces that it is an array formula. Okay, whenever you find braces, the formula is enclosed by braces, then you must understand that it is written as array formula. Okay, now we will do the sum of this, of the occurrences or the frequencies. 30. So your total number of days is 30, and the classification is 30. So that means 1 to 20 defects, or 6 days having the green signal, which is 1 to 20 defects. 2 days are having 21 to 40 defects. 6 days are having red defects, which is 41 to 60, and 9 days or 61 to 80, and 7 days in a month it is alerting the flag to the director. Okay, hope this video is helpful to you, and please subscribe to my channel, as well as leave your comments, and God bless you.